Hello there, my name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to Slay All Today, my home here on the island of Norfang on the Lore Legend server. And today, we're going to get started with some unfinished business from our previous episode. And we're going to go ahead and get started by paying a visit to this fine fellow over here, who I felt quite bad just leaving hanging here in our previous episode. So we're going to go ahead and cut him loose and see if we can't find out some more information about what exactly happened to him and who he is. So down you go, my friend. Ooh. Oh, that wasn't good. He kind of just turned to bone meal on us. Well, that's not good at all. That makes trying to do an autopsy or find out who this person was pretty much impossible when all I have is their ashes. And to be completely honest with you, I'm a little concerned that this person turned to ashes so quickly. No. That is not something that happens naturally, and certainly not this fast. So I have a suspicion that there is something at work here, something at play that we are missing. And we should probably let Adequate know. But in the instance that there is some magic here that's turning people into bone dust in a matter of days, we're going to go ahead and plan to give this person a little bit of a funeral. Now, as these funeral preparations are going to take me a little bit of time, why don't I go ahead and start by showing you some of the things I've changed from our previous encounter. So we're starting over here at our main base, and I have now carved a brand new path that is going to twist and turn through these dark and quite dangerous at night woods that carve behind our house. I have this path kind of nestled in here, hugging close to this little hill right here, and this will loop all the way down to that new build that we made in our previous episode. You have a bit of some steep stairs right here, I will admit, but if you can ignore the fact that there's barely any handrails, when we come right down here, we have arrived at our build from our previous episode. Now, before we go any further, I just want to preface that I'm trying something new. So before you look, just know that I'm trying something. Ta-da! Our first custom tree of the season. It's actually not that bad. I'm probably over-exaggerating it, but it's very vertical. I was originally thinking that this could be like maybe a waterfall or something, or a pond, but I actually think a tree kind of fits here just a little bit better. And to be quite honest, I'm quite happy with it because a custom tree is a custom tree. So we're here at our cozy little cottage that we made in our previous episode, where apparently I have just a floating fence post just hanging around here. I think I maybe just got too carried away with that. Go ahead and pick that up real quick. So this is our cottage-core shack that we built in our previous episode, and stepping inside, we have completed the interior decorations. We got some barrels over here, some bookcases, an interesting little grandfather clock, because I'm sure whoever's arriving at the docks needs to reset all of their clocks. Hopefully, they have everything that they need. I'm thinking that this is going to be a place where people from the dock can come in, they can get supplies, they can drop off supplies if they're not heading directly into the village. And if you come out here, we have kind of a nice little access way over to our custom tree. I like leaving this open. Any travelers that are coming through here, though, they will be able to dine at our new dining area that we have over here. Have a nice little kitchen, some kitchen tables, and then nice, lovely little terracotta floor that we stole from a trail ruin. Plenty of space over here for storage. And one of the things that I was trying that I wasn't actually too entirely sure about was this bar right here, and I think it actually turned out pretty well. See, we got some brown carpet with some fence gates, and that looks like a bar. Just a bar that you can sit at. You can serve stuff from over here. You can, well, if we could actually jump in these seats right here, sit down, and really get everything that you need. Have food served to you, just in case you're well, hungry from your travels. You notice here, I have actually carved out this tower here. I decided I didn't like a tower in the middle of the build. I know, shock and surprise. So instead, I've put in a winding staircase that goes all the way up here. And we still have that staircase that goes all the way up. But as you can see, here's all the junk that all the travelers from across their voyages might have collected and stored here. And inside of here, we have just a cozy little bedroom where perhaps a fisherman and his wife, or the harbor master and his wife, or the harbor master and her husband live. And maybe that is what we have over here. Actually, in fact, that's exactly what we're going to do over here. And here we go. We have ourselves a dock master and dock mistress over here. They are going to man this hut. They will take care of any of the travelers that are over here. We have their trades locked in so they don't trade. Really expensive trades also for these. A boat for an emerald. Really, really expensive. So anyway, these folks will man the docks for us. They will take care of absolutely anything that we need done over here. They'll make sure that travelers are well fed, that this place stays well supplied. And if there are new supplies, they'll send me a message to let me know that we have some things that we need to pick up. So we're going to leave them here and we'll get out of their hair. And we will head back on over to our main base to show off a couple of the other changes that we've made around our home base here. Now, we will get to somewhat of a build later in this episode, but there are a couple more changes that I really do want to show. So back up the path. And the first change that I want to show you is over here by the bridge we built a couple of episodes ago. So if we come on over here, we have a new overlook, and that overlook is to support this view right here. Right as you come around this bend from the main path coming into our place, you see 2 cows. No, that is not what we want to see. We're going to go ahead and get rid of them real quick. Try this again. First thing you see right as you come around this bend is the bridge, and you can pause right here, take a moment to look at the overview, appreciate the bridge, appreciate that there's a path over there, kind of give you a lay for the land. One of the things I really am trying to do more this season is give you opportunities to see anything that comes on by, and I think this right here is a great opportunity for that, because you just round this bend and bam, there's a view. You have a spot to look at it, you have a spot to admire it. I think it's just what we need. I'm trying to add in more scenic places, because as we get into storytelling, you want places where there can be a natural lull, there can be a natural pause, and well, now you can see my base right there, so you have a good idea of what's coming on. And if we're very, very lucky, that just won't become a camping ground that has been taken over by one person and their tent. But speaking of one person and their tent, it looks like this has become a very popular camping ground right over here. It seems that, I think this is Adequate's tent. I think Adequate has pitched a tent back over here again. I really need to remind him that he can come over and invite himself into my guest bedroom anytime that he needs, rather than just sitting out here and pitching a tent. I think also I need to get him a horse, or maybe a not so smelly donkey. I'm not exactly sure what his preference is, but I think he needs a slightly faster method of transport, because we are quite a ways away. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and swing over here, because there's actually another guest that we've had over in the region, and I'm going to try not to spoil some of the things that she's built. Now, one of the things that this has brought to my attention is that I only have a single guest bedroom over in my home. And Adequate had mentioned that it could probably fit an entire village, and I'm sure that he is probably right if I just planned a little bit better. So, seeing as if we have some new guests over here building us some beautiful scenery, I do think it's time for us to start implementing some more guest bedrooms, because I really do hate having all these people just pitch tents out here. Not because they're pitching tents, but because they might feel unwelcome. So we're going to try to improve our hospitality and ensure that we have new spots for people, just in case they want to stop by. Now, Eleanor did build this, and we're going to pick this lead up, and it is quite a lovely little hut. I will go ahead and let you view all of the things that she is working on over on her channel in her episode. So if you want to see all of that, but this is very pretty. This is very, very pretty. It's nice having small, cute little gardens everywhere. I think it adds quite a bit to the scenery. And even though it's not my specific build style, sorry, I'm trying not to spoil things that she's built. Even though it isn't my particular build style, I always do love having a new scenery crop up and around this area here. It really does add quite a bit of life to it. So back at our base, finally getting to the point, there are two main things that I want to accomplish in this episode. First and foremost is we're going to clear out this room, and we are going to convert this room into 2, maybe 3 bedrooms. Haven't quite decided yet, but we're going to take all of these items and we are going to build a dedicated storage room for them, one worthy of a very organized mage. And I know that this is all quite very organized, and it's organized to me, but it's not neat and tidy. And I would like my things to be neat and tidy rather than strewn all over the place. I know where everything is, but it's not visually interesting to look at. So we're going to go ahead and go through all of these boxes. We're going to get them down in a beautiful storage room. I'm thinking maybe a bedroom here, maybe another bedroom over here, a bedroom, maybe a closet, and then we'll figure out what to do with these doors right here. But this has prime opportunity to solve that problem of making sure that if we have guests come over, they have individual sleeping quarters. As a reminder, we do have our original spare bedroom here, and just a quick peek in the closet. No skeletons lurking in this closet, so there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of in this room. But for our storage room, if we come on right over here and pop down this hole right here, you'll find I actually have a basement underneath my basement. I have spent quite a bit of time carving this out underneath here, and I think this is actually the perfect spot to store all of our items. I want everything close. I want everything in our main base, but I kind of don't want to ever see it because everything is all about the visual interest, and a storage system isn't particularly visually interesting at all times. It's not something I want people walking through and exploring. It's really only a place I want to go when I need to pick up something. But that doesn't change the fact that I think it should be beautiful and visually interesting on its own. So rather than doing a rather compact and boring indoor time lapse, I'm going to do something different and just lay on some spinning magic for you that shows you the completed build. And if I do say so myself, I would say that this is quite well organized and quite aesthetically pleasing. We have absolutely everything from those upstairs rooms now completely organized. Nice, lovely fireplace. I need to fix that map. It's not quite centered. I'll fix that here in just a little bit. All of our valuables with all of our spare magic that we have right there. Woods of all kinds. All of our building blocks over there. The map that Adequate brought over here framed on display so that we can see and keep updated. 3 beautiful tables taking advantage of that chain with the anvil technique that we had in the previous episode. And we actually have 4 other rows of chests available to us with absolutely anything that we could possibly need. Over here in 3 of the corners, we have places to display some of our trophies that we may have collected. We haven't quite decided what I want to store here yet, but anything that we would want is right over there, and everything in here is super duper accessible, very clean, very neat, and very organized. But did you really think that I stopped right here? No, of course I didn't stop right here. There's more to see upstairs. So if we come over here to this corner, what I've done is, well, I've had to make some sacrifices. I got rid of our drink barrel, and I have replaced it with another staircase right here. So as you remember, this is a door that comes down from our basement from the outside. Here's where we are, just so you have a reference. If you come on down here now, through this door to our left, rather than having our barrels that had our drinks, we now have a staircase that goes down into our basement. Again, not trying to keep it secret, but I am trying to keep it a little bit separate. Over here in the right, we have our first bedroom. Well, actually our second bedroom. We now have 2 bedrooms in our house. We have, again, a copy of that gorgeous map that Adequate and his fellow Norns have built for us. Decided to make that little area there a storage room. And if we come over here behind the staircase, we have the blue room where we have the map once again, and just a nice smaller room for anyone who may not want as much room to do, calisthenics. Oh, wow, it's raining outside. Lots and lots of lightning. We're going to go ahead and sleep through the night real quick so we don't have to deal with that. So that is what my plan has been for this. Let me know down in the comments if you like this setup better than what we had before. I think that this is really going to improve it and hopefully make our home here in Slay Altair much more comfortable and much more accommodating to any of those guests that we have had come by. But fear not, there is still more to come. We do have that funeral we need to plan for, and I think to do that, we need to do something grand in honor of this person who potentially was tortured by an evil mage that I may or may not have quite angered in our previous encounter. So let's get started with that. But first, we actually need to address one small problem that I have. I actually need to get replacement horses. I think during one of the server restarts, I actually had a lot of things get eaten by a previous restart, and I'm just noticing right now that it appears my horse was one of them. So we're going to go ahead and need to get some new horses, which is a real shame because the horse I had was, he was quite lovely, and I don't even think we got the chance to name him yet. Very fast, very high jumper. Hopefully we can get a suitable replacement for him. So I've come over here to the path where the garden has, this is actually where I got the first horse that we had earlier, and oh wow, is this actually going to be one and done? That's actually going to be really incredible if this horse is very fast and a very high jumper. Let's go ahead and get him tamed real quick. Wow, okay, that is surprising. Oh wow, he's fast too. Very fast, very, very fast. Well then, I was thinking that I was going to be out here all day getting a brand new horse. Appears not. How high a jumper is he? Oh, he's very good. He is very good. Let's go ahead. Where's a good spot to test the jump? That wasn't a very good jump at all. Where's a good spot? Let's come over here and see. Maybe we can get 4 blocks. That's 3 blocks. A little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. You're my new primary horse, my friend. Don't worry, we're going to take very, very good care of you. So if you remember in our previous episodes, I did talk about having some fields of lavender with gold and silver, and I think this right here is going to be the perfect spot to do it, and the perfect spot to perhaps have maybe a cemetery for any of our friends that we appear to have lost. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So swooping down in for the reveal, I decided that me planting about 20,000 grass seeds didn't actually make super great interesting content. So instead, I decided to just cut directly to the reveal. Over here, we have ourselves a nice lovely little tower for an overlook. And look at this. Didn't I tell you? Lavender and gold. They will go together. I've been looking for this bed for a while, by the way. So look at this. This is just cozy and inviting and beautiful. Exactly what I wanted it to be. I still have about 20 to 40,000 additional pieces of wheat seeds that I need to plant and then wait for them to grow. Yeah, I'm just completely out of them. It took forever to get what I got from one of the farms I have. But this whole area has now been transformed. We've gotten rid of more of the trees and just transformed it into this beautiful meadow with this beautiful tower. I was thinking originally that this could be maybe a windmill, but I felt the windmill blades were really actually just getting in the way of the view. So it's just kind of a pretty tower that stands up here in the middle of nowhere. So we've got 2 custom flowers now that come onto this path, this darker lavender that you see all around me. And then out in the fields, we have that more regular lavender. They will grow. They have their own life cycle. We can bone meal them and get additional things for them. So they work just exactly like plants, but it spans all the way over to here. And I'm thinking maybe we could get some additional colors strewn in here. I really like the purple, and if this doesn't convince you that Minecraft needs lavender and purple flowers, I don't know what will. But we have this strewn around all over the place. But what really makes this place stack up is if we come up here to the top of this tower and you just look around. Yep, it's just beautiful up here. Not so much on this side, more so on the left over here, but it is absolutely beautiful over here. It has, yeah, just ignore that. She's just working in the fields. It is absolutely beautiful over here. I love this color. I love how you come down here. You have a view that gives you this. I love the view over here. I don't love the accidental falling, but over here, this purple and this gold, this lavender and this gold, it really makes this whole place really stand out and really look beautiful. Now, I do have one question for all of you, though. We have kind of some stuff that Eleanor has done over there. We have our golden fields with lavender. What I really want to know from you is there another type of flower that we should add in? Is there a specific color that you would like to see? Because I really feel that we need even more color in these fields. I'm fine with having fields of flower. I'm fine with being the flower man. Flowers make magic. Flowers make great potions. I'm fine with being known as the flower man as long as I get to have these absolutely gorgeous views. Now, don't worry about the dirt. The dirt will grow back into grass here in hopefully a couple of days. It's just a side effect of stirring up the dirt and planting so many flowers. So we'll have nice green fields that this lavender is sitting in very, very soon. So let me know down in the comments what color you would like to see, what additional flowers we need to plant in this field. I would really love to hear your input because this has the opportunity just to be an absolutely gorgeous place, and I would love for you to be a part of it. So the only thing we have left to do is to hold a funeral for Bloodstorm, maybe not Bloodstorm, and I think to do that we're going to need to fetch Adequate and maybe see if his golden allay that we transformed from a parrot will be able to fetch the others. I'm sure they'd like to pay their respects to maybe whoever this was. In any matter, that's all the time that we have for today in this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.